That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both.
Herbert has it knocked free. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bulldogs have got it back to within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the 27, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Jones. He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A handoff left. Elliott. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Bulldog 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jacob Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bulldogs are back within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Elliott running left. Strong running at the 30. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Shifts by him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 121 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bulldogs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones throwing on first down. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well behind his sticks here with a second and 18. A final shot before break. Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. From the 27, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Jones. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, Jones. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. 3rd and goal, option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now here's a throw that's complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Herbert. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Oh, good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now Herbert. Rolling to his right. This is swung out to Eckler. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Herbert gonna throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Herbert to throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, an absolutely...
YBN want a thing up.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with their opponents. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Cooper here. And just shedding him off there. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Big play there for New England.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Throwing, Jones. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. KJ Hamler returning it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown. On the year, and the Golden Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
Now Jones. Bryant has it. Room past the 20. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he's brought down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Golden Eagles add 6 to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 8.
14, Patriots 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 29, Jones. It's complete to Fuller. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try the left side. Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Running with Elliott. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Jones throw taken in here by Fuller. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down, and this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's
going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Elliott. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they can't bring him down. 35 yards that time on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Zeke going to get it on the option. Runs over it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jawan Bentley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Wilson out to his left, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there on 3rd down. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. And it's caught. Touchdown. Albert Okuebuna with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Golden Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Golden Eagles 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for New England.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them. We're prepared.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And the Pats are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Pats are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
They'll roll him out right. Fighting his way through contact. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll try the left side. Elliott, despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. And
got his man complete, and all the way down to the 36-yard line. Big play there for New England. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, flush to his right. And he's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson flushed out right. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, Elliott once more. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.